Why have I just massively gone out of focus? Oh, I know why. It's because I've just gone over 4,000 subscribers, so I'm going to be giving away this extreme distortion pedal called the Hellflame from Vailton. And if you want to win it, all you got to do, like the video, leave me a comment, and make sure you hit subscribe. So for the whole of this song, we're going to be using power chords. And if you've not done them before, it's going to be a really useful thing for you to learn, because you can pretty much play any song with a power chord. Anyway, we're going to take the first finger to the 8th fret of the low E, and then at the same time you're going to put your third finger on the 10th fret of the A, and your fourth finger is going to go on the 10th fret of the D. You should have these three together. Keep a nice stretch and spacing between the fingers. You want clarity. So that's a C5 chord. We're going to hit that 8 times, all downstrokes. And you'll notice that I'm accenting the rhythm there. What I'm doing is going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Breaking it down into 2 sets of 3, and then a set 2 at the end, and putting emphasis every time I say 1. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay? After that, we're going to take our first finger off the low E string, and we're going to play the same thing again, but now with the open E. Okay? After that, we're going to slide all the way down to the 1st fret, which is F5. Exact same shape, and we're going to do the exact same rhythm, but for twice as long. Okay, so we've got the C5 to begin with, C5 with an E in the bass, and then an F5 at the 1st fret. And again. On the 3rd repeat, we're going to slide this chord to the 5th fret. And when I'm saying slide it to the 5th fret, I'm talking about the note that we root the chord to. So that's going to be your index finger. That's the one that's going to be in the 5th fret naturally. These two will fall the 7th fret, 2 frets above. This is A5. We're going to hit that 1 bar. And then we're going to slide back up to the C5 at the 8th fret. And then down to F again for 2 repeats. And then you do that again. So that is the verse and the chorus for this song. Now you'll notice if you're listening to it that there are sections where the verse or the chorus might end abruptly, and you should just practice using your ear to gauge when he might sustain the F. So for example, at the end of the chorus he might do this before going to the verse. And then start verse 2. But none of the chords are going to change, it's just whether or not he's going to sustain the F and at what point he's going to do that. little break just before the guitar solo, and it's the only point in the song which the chords are going to change. You've got 3 new shapes. It's going to be D5, which is rooted to the 5th fret of the A string. F sharp 5, which is 2nd fret of the E. And then B5 will be rooted to the 2nd fret of the A. And remember, if I'm talking about the root notes, we can put the 3rd and the 4th fingers on in the right places, corresponding to the root note. With the D5 chord, we're going to play the exact same rhythm that we played before, but we're going to do it for 2 bars. Then we're going to move to the 2nd fret of the E. And then do the same thing again. This time, you're only going to do 1 bar on this F sharp, and then you're going to move straight over to the B5 and hit it once. And when you do, you're going to want to bring the palm of your hand, or the side of it, to the strings to mute. Okay? And that just creates a gap, moment of silence before the guitar solo comes in. One more time, a little bit slower. Here's that whole section. 2, 3, 4. So the guitar solo in this is really cool because it's 4 repeats of the exact same thing, and then on the 5th time it starts the same but changes slightly at the end. And we're going to start by taking our 3rd finger to the 2nd fret of the G, playing that note, and then sliding all the way up to the 9 like this. Now when you get to the 9th fret, you're going to want to start alternating your picking straight away, and you're going to do down, up, 4 strokes. Okay? After that, you're going to take your 2nd finger to the 8th fret of the B string, and you're going to pick the same. Okay? Then we're going to come down to the 5th fret of the G with the index finger, and this time we're only going to do 3 strokes, down, up, down. Okay? From there, you're going to move to the 6th fret of the B string, and now you'll be on an up stroke, and you're going to do 4 strokes, up, down, up, down. And from the slide together, you've got this. Now from there, we're going to go straight back to the 9th fret of the G. Okay? Now you might catch an accidental slide into the 9th fret there as you quickly shift over. That's cool. Sounds good. Now we're going to do a half step bend from the 9th fret of the G to the 10th fret. That's going to be the pitch. Okay? You're going to play it, bend it up, and then bend it back down. Almost as if you've gone into the 10th fret and back to the 9, like this. But we're going to do it with a bend. What we don't want to do is bend straight away. We want to hear the note pitched E, and then bend it up to F and back down. Okay? After that, we're going to take our first finger to the 7th fret of the G, and then back to the 5th fret of the G. And again, you can listen to my example or the track for the exact time in there. But from the slide, it's going to sound like this. So imagine you've just done that 4 times in a row, and now you're starting the 5th repeat exactly the same way with the 9th fret and the 8th fret. But now we're going to go to the 7th fret of the D with the 3rd finger, and you're going to hit that 5 times. Again, alternating your picking. Okay, 5 times. Then you're going to hit the 1st finger on the G, fret 5. Should be an upstroke, and then downstroke back on the 7th fret of the D. When you get to this note, I want you to sustain it, bring your 2nd and your 1st fingers onto the same string and pull the string down, and you're going to bend it a half step. The idea there is it just kind of sounds really big, and it wants to be a gradual thing that bends into tune. It should sound a little bit dissonant at first. Just practice being really gradual with it and aiming for that correct pitch at the end. So what I'm going to do for you now is play the first part of the solo twice. I'm just going to do 2 repeats, and then I'll play the last part on the 3rd repeat a little bit slower, and I'll count you in. 2, 3, 4. Just before I wrap up this video, I want to say a massive thank you again to all my subscribers. 4,000 is mental. I didn't think I'd be getting to that, and if I was ever going to get to it, not this soon. So yeah, if you haven't already, drop a like, hit subscribe, leave me a comment, and you could stand a chance of winning this pedal. It's an awesome distortion pedal from an awesome company. Check out the link below. I might even sign it on the back, you know, so it depreciates in value before it gets to you, in case you ever want to sell it on. Anyway, until next time guys, peace.